Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Hope all you guys are good today, and I'm going to be here for a little bit today to give you guys my instant match reaction. Arsenal have just beaten Chelsea 2-1. I'm not going to lie, that was a lot. That really was. That we did have to, keep on in the end. We managed to get through that, but that was definitely quite a tough watch. Um, but yeah, I'm just relieved we got the job done. I knew it wasn't going to be an easy game, but really happy with those 3 points. Those 3 points do feel really massive right now. Um, I think in games like this, you just need to win. It doesn't matter really how you win. But that really was so stressful, really, that whole game, especially. But there was a lot of decisions, there was penalty decisions, there was offsides. So obviously, I'm going to go into all of that today. But I hope you guys do enjoy my video today and let me know your thoughts on the game. I'm going to give you guys my thought about the game, and I'm going to go into player ratings later on. But big up to the chat. Obviously, I hope all of you guys are good today. It's that that was very stressful, to be honest with you. Those last 10 minutes, especially. I think when you're 2-1 up, you're never really comfortable because obviously, when you're 2-1 up, you don't really have a big kind of difference there. So that was a stressful watch. I'm not gonna lie, but obviously, initial thoughts is that I'm just relieved we got the job done. We have to, at this stage of the season, we just have to win. Like, I know we didn't play particularly great. We had good moments today, but it was a very difficult one for us today. So really happy with the win, and yeah, happy we got the job done. Big up to Ashik. Hi Soph, good to see you. Lucky win. Seagulls won't be easy. Yeah, we've obviously got a tough week next week. So yeah, we do have a few tough games coming up. I'm just so I'm just so relieved right now. It was a very stressful one. I mean, right at the end, I know it was offside, but even if it wasn't, that save from David Raya was absolutely incredible. Um, so I've got to give a huge shout out. David Raya really stepped up today. David Raya for me was honestly incredible. So yeah, we wouldn't have won that if it wasn't for David Raya. So yeah, I'm just so relieved. Let me know what you made of the game tonight, guys. It was just such a crazy game for me because I actually didn't think we started off the best in this game. I think that Chelsea had a lot of, possession control in the game. I think with us, I think that we grew into the game a little bit. I think when we got our first goal, I think that we had that confidence about us, but fortunately, we did concede a goal right before half time, which I felt like affected sort of us mentally. I mean, it was quite a tough one to concede. Again, another set piece we conceded, but um, let's have a chat because Chelsea did have a penalty shout, and I want you to let me know what you think. I reckon it probably was, but it wasn't. I wasn't certain about it, but if it got given, I would understand. So they obviously got a goal. Which you thought, okay, it is what it is. But I think that second half was a real tough one. I think we really struggled in that second half, and we've really had to work our socks off in that second half defensively. In every aspect, we really had to defend for our lives. And Timber got a goal, which I was very happy about. I mean, obviously, I don't really. People criticize this, but I don't really care how we score. I don't think it should matter how we score. I don't know why people have a big issue about us scoring from set pieces. So I wasn't too bothered really. How we won today, but yeah, really happy for Timber. I know goalkeeper Sanchez did feel as though um you know there was a foul there when you watch it back. There just wasn't a foul, so I have to be honest, I don't think there was anything there. When the Chelsea goalkeeper was sort of complaining, I think that was a bit ridiculous. Chelsea's red card again was a red card. I don't think anyone can deny that. Martinelli was on a really good run. He fouled Martinelli, a second yellow. So I think that was, I completely got that. I think that was definitely the right decision there. Let me just see what else. I wrote some notes down. So yeah, see the first goal I think might have gone down as an own goal or a sleeper goal. I'm not too sure. But in all, really happy today with the win. Again, that was very stressful. It really was. But I'm just, at the end of the day, if we win the league, we're going to look back on games like this and think this is how we've won the league. So I'm really happy with that. Be up to yourself. You now see why set pieces are very important in the game. This game was about, yeah, this game was really, like you said, it was about set pieces, and it was really good that we were able to execute that in the game and score from them. I know we did concede from a set piece, but I think it was really good that we were able to, score from one as well. So yeah, really happy with that. But again, it was always going to be a difficult game today. I think we've played Chelsea quite a lot recently, and it hasn't always been convincing. But you know what? I think we did good. I think to get the win was important, but I think those last 10 minutes that game was so incredibly stressful. Chelsea obviously had a chance; it was offside, and my heart rate was there because David Raya makes an incredible save, and then I knew Garnacho does cause you problems when he comes on, especially against Arsenal, but I'm relieved it was offside. I think in a sense we got a bit lucky because, you know, we could have really drawn that game if they finished some of their chances or if that wasn't offside. Um, but yeah, sometimes you need a bit of luck in football for things to go your way. So yeah, I am relieved about that. But it was a very very stressful game. Like again, don't think our performance was incredible, but again, we really put our bodies on the line defensively. So I think the team did really good there defensively. Um, Today, I think that some of our attacking players were quite quiet today. I felt as though Trossard. I thought Trossard struggled today. I think he had one of those games where he really struggled. I just think of the pace of the game. Martinelli came on, his pace was amazing. I mean, sometimes with Martinelli, he comes and plays and it works out. Sometimes he plays and it doesn't. But I think today was a game where Martinelli came on and made a big difference. So, but that was the right call to take Trossard off. I think Trossard struggled. I thought Saka. Even though Saka did some good things, I thought Saka was very, very quiet today. I don't think Saka stood out to me. Again, he did a few good things, but I want to see a bit more of him. But yeah, I think I thought Gyökeres was trying to make things happen or trying to get into space, but I think he had good chances, but again, no one was really there with him, so you wanted to see him score in those positions. But yeah, I think attacking wise, we probably weren't our best, and like I think this comment is so sorry, but I won't say this one. This one is so true that um we need to try and set pieces today. Set pieces was the thing that was going to get us through this game today. So yeah, I do think that's true. Obviously, big up to the chat, and there's quite a few of you in here. So make sure you're liking, subscribing. I'm going to go through your questions now, and obviously, I'm going to go into play ratings very soon. Big up to Rose Styler. Rice was kind of off today. Yeah, I think Rice had good moments in the game, but I do agree. I think there was a moment where he passed to Raya and it was just the pass just was too heavy, had too much on it, and then it went out for a corner for Chelsea. So, you don't want to be doing those sort of things because Chelsea actually were dangerous as well, staying set pieces, and it was one of those games that it was always going to be tough. But I think players, like I think at this time of the season, I think we've got about 9 games left in the league, but players are tired and they're going to make mistakes. But ultimately, we need to get through games and rotate. I do think that Norgard deserves more chances now. We saw Norgard come on. Havertz came back. I didn't actually know Havertz was going to be back today, but that was actually really nice to see him come back. But yeah, that really was stressful today. I think you weren't at our best, but we've shown that we can get wins through tough moments and play not the best. We've had many games this season where we've not played the best, but we've gotten through it. So yeah, David Raya was incredible today. Big up to Des who says David Raya man of the match for me. I wasn't happy with Mendy. He seems to continue making the same mistake with his back passes. A win is a win. We move on. Yeah, I do agree with you. I do think this is definitely a game to forget, if we're being honest. Like, we've won, and I'm really happy we've won, but you know what? It was a tough game today. I think David Raya really stood out today. I do agree. David Raya would be my player of the match today as well. The saves he made were just, unstoppable saves that you wouldn't really expect him to make. He did, and yeah, they were really incredible. You can see many Rice did struggle today. I think they're just not. I think that to be honest, I can't really use this as an excuse actually because we've had like a week off, and I think that would have done the players a bit of good. But I think I think we need to see a bit of rotation. Maybe we need to see Norgard in the midfield. Give maybe Zumendi time off. I don't know. I think the midfield was not great today, to be honest with you. But like Des says, a win is a win. Obviously we've got Brighton coming up. Honestly, I think we play Brighton in midweek. I just want to double check with you guys, because again, these games are coming really quick. These games. So we played Brighton on Wednesday. So obviously we've not really got a big rest now. Um, so yeah, these games really come really quickly. So we really have to be at our best for these ones. But yeah, obviously I'm going to go into the play ratings now. Um, if you guys have got any questions while I'm chatting with you guys, feel free to ask away. But I'm gonna obviously get straight into this because honestly, I'm excited to do the play ratings. Um, David Raya again. David Raya for me will be my player of the match. I lost count the amount of saves he made today. Like he made some incredible saves for me, and yeah, I'm really impressed with David Raya how we performed today. Um, I'm going to give David Raya an 8 because I do feel like he really stepped up, and I don't think we would have won this game. I think he was truly amazing. So David Raya gets all of my credit, appreciation today because he really made some crucial saves. The first half, he made a really good save. The second half, he made many more important saves. I thought he was really good today. Timber obviously got us the winning goal. I think Timber was actually quite good today. Obviously that goal won us the game, which was so important for him. That was a really good goal from him, and yeah, I think he made some really good runs going forward with Saka. I know he got fouled a few times there, but I thought he did a really good job today. So yeah, really impressed with Timber. I think Timber definitely offers you that great attacking aspect of his game. He's good going forward. He's built that great partnership with Saka. So yeah, Timber for me did pretty good today. Now, obviously Saliba, I don't know if it has gone down as a Saliba goal. I'm going to assume it possibly did. Let me know in the comments if it did or didn't. But I thought Saliba did really good breaking, the deadlock with the goal, and that really helped us gain confidence in the game. Again, I think he did a decent job today. I think I'm gonna give him a solid 7. I think he was fairly decent today. Gabriel obviously set up Saliba's open goal with a header. And now obviously Gabriel did get a yellow card today. I was hoping that he wouldn't get another one. Yeah, I think Gabriel won quite a few duels today. Again, not ideal the booking he got, but it's going to happen in a sort of a feisty game like this. It's going to happen. So yeah, I think Gabriel did pretty good today. And obviously we know their partnership is very good. Gabriel and Saliba, we know how good they are. And today was a tough game. It really, really was. So I was impressed with how they dealt with that today. Now, Hincapié, obviously Hincapié did score an own goal, which obviously wasn't ideal. I felt that was a bit unfortunate for him because I think he actually had good moments in the game today. I don't think it's Nathan Toy, but I think this was a bit of a tough game for him to deal with. James's, corner was very good. So I think Hincapié definitely had good moments, bad moments. I think he's learning and he's going to get better. But I think he definitely had more positives today. I know that own goal was a bit frustrating for us, but we don't really usually concede many own goals like that. So, we have to move on from that. Again, Mendy, as someone said before, again, he just pass backwards, plays it safe a little bit. I think he was okay today. I'm going to give him a 5. He didn't really stand out to me today. I think we struggled to have a bit of control in the game. I mean, Chelsea had quite a lot of good spells in the game. You want us to do a bit better in those moments. So I don't think he was at his best, if I am being honest with you guys. But yeah, it's what it is for me. We have to sort of move forward and yeah, keep being better. Maybe we need to make a bit of rotation. That's another thing we need to talk about. Should Arsenal make a bit of rotation? In this game, I don't know really, but yeah, I see Mendy give a 5 today. I think he was a bit tired and he was not at his best today. I want to see him be a bit more creative. We know how creative he can be, so I do really want to see that a lot more in this game. So hopefully that is something that we will see a little bit more. Declan Rice, I'll give Declan Rice maybe a bit of a higher score, probably 5.5. I think Declan Rice was very good going forward with his set pieces. I think he made some really dangerous crosses, and that was a really big part of, our game today. And he made us really creative in that aspect. But he did also have quite a few sloppy moments where obviously, he passed the ball too heavy and it didn't really work out. That was a big moment with David Raya, which then conceded a Chelsea corner. So I think he was really running his, socks off today. You could really see that winning to get the ball back. So I can't fault his work rate, but I think today we just struggled really in possession and controlling the game. So I think it's not just that Kamara. I think Zubimendi, they both sort of weren't at the best, but I think we had to really just work hard as a team and defend really for our lives to get this win over and done with. But yeah, it wasn't his best performance, but I don't think he was awful. Eze today, obviously got some minutes and played a big chunk of the game. Odegaard wasn't in the team, so I did say to you guys I wanted Eze to start this game because I want him to get a kind of a run of games, not just to play one game, to play a few games and see how it goes. I do think I don't know what it is. I mean, he had a really good shot, where I thought he was going to lob the keeper in that first half, but I just felt with Eze, he was very quiet. He didn't really do an awful lot, which has been a bit of an issue that we've sort of been facing recently with Eze. Like I said, he had like two good shots, I feel like, in this game. There was a shot in that second half where Sanchez saved that, and the Sanchez save was a good save, but it wasn't as good as what I think the commentators were making it. I think from the commentary, I think they were overhyping that save. Like the shot had a good power on it, but Eze had to shoot in that situation really. So Eze had a few chances. He was a little bit involved, but he had to do a bit more for me, in my opinion, because I think he felt more. There was moments where we were in the box and he looked like Eze didn't want to shoot. He wanted to pass to Saka or to pass to someone, and you want him to shoot and go for it. But yeah, I don't think he was awful. I'll give him a 5. I think he had some great chances, but you do want to see him have a few more, shoot a bit more. But again, I do rate that he did shoot a few times in the game today, but he was a little bit quieter than you'd probably want him to be. I mean, I know we know he loves playing against Spurs and scoring against Spurs, but obviously we do want to see him do that a bit more in other games. So that's the midfield. So the attack, I'm going to obviously go with, speak about Saka, Gyökeres, Trossard. I think let's start off with Saka, and then obviously I'll speak about the substitutes. And obviously, guys, if you guys are watching this, do make sure you send in any questions because I'll happily answer some questions after I've done my play ratings. But yeah, so I think Saka had good moments. He was putting some really good crosses in the box, getting past players. But I don't think he did too much other than that. I think he was just quiet. I'm going to give Saka a 6 today. I think he wasn't awful. He did make some good passes to Eze at times, but I think with Saka, I want him to shoot a bit more and create more things for himself. But I think in that second half, I felt like as the game continued to go on, he was becoming quite quiet and not really involved with himself. So I think that was definitely something that was quite difficult about him in the game, and he did play for quite a while. I think it would have been nice to maybe change it up, maybe Madueke, or maybe make a bit of a change in the games, but we stuck with Saka for a lot of the games. So that's probably the only bit of criticism I would probably say about it. But other than that, I think Saka did create a few opportunities, but I do want to see a bit more from Saka. Not just Saka, but in the attack, I think we need to see a bit more of them today. I don't think they were doing enough today. And yeah, I wanted them to be a bit more creative, to be honest with you. Trossard, I think Trossard struggled today. I mean, he did win the ball back at times and he tried to make things happen, but I just think that I think he struggled today. I think that's pretty much what it's down to. I think that he is getting older, and I think some of the players that are Martinelli are, he's a lot faster than him. So I feel like he really, really struggled with sort of the speed of the Chelsea players. So I think his pace was a bit of an issue today, and he didn't offer as much going forward. But Yeah, I'll give him a 5. Like, he wasn't terrible. He did create a few things, but it wasn't the Trossard that we usually see, either. So, yeah, I'm going to give him a 5. Gyökeres again. Gyökeres did get quite a few chances, not sort of one-on-one chances, but he got the ball in a good position. But I do think that he struggled a little bit when he got the ball, when there was Chelsea players surrounding him. We didn't know what the best thing to do was. It to shoot? Was it to pass? And obviously he had passed quite a few times to Eze or Saka. I think Gyökeres was okay. I give him a 5. He didn't obviously stand out to me, but I do think that he was trying to make the best of the situation. Like, when he got the ball, it was quite an awkward position because there was quite a few Chelsea players around him. So I feel like he did the best he could have done. But yeah, I think it was quite a difficult game for him today. I think he struggled quite a bit. Um, Now let me speak about the subs. So obviously we saw Martinelli come on, we saw Havertz come on, we saw Norgard come on. That was pretty much the subs. We didn't actually make that many substitutes today. I just want to read out some comments I've got, and I'll come back to this. I think we are better away than we are at home. Do you agree, or is it because I don't know? I'm not too sure off by heart what our record is at the moment. Um, I mean, against Tottenham, it's a different game. We were very good. I can have a look actually while I'm chatting with you guys about our away record at the moment because we could be better away. Yeah. So obviously we beat Tottenham. Well, having said that, I don't think it matters because we've been to Wolves and we drew with Wolves. We've been to Brentford, we drew with Brentford. Um, I think it's probably better for us to be at home. It depends what the atmosphere is. Every game is so different, but I think we probably are better at home. I think that yeah, I probably would say that, but yeah, it's difficult with the Tottenham one because we weren't. Um, it was a different game. We were very all over them, and it was a very easy one for us to take. But yeah, it's a difficult one, isn't it? But I don't think it matters if we're at home or away in some games. In other games, you do want to be at home. Um, yeah. So yeah, I'm going to talk about Martinelli because I thought Martinelli was really good today. I think it was a really good opportunity for him to come on off the bench, add a bit of energy, a bit of life in the game because I do think we actually I think we've run out of energy a little bit. I think that you could really see that by the time, whenever Martinelli came on, we would sort of run out of that pace and excitement in the game. And I do think that we needed someone to come on and really impact the game and add a bit of pace, try and get us a goal, try and go down the wing and create something. And I thought he was a joy to watch. I thought he was really, really good and he really impacted the game, which is obviously what we want to see. So he really impressed me today. I was really happy with how Martinelli did today when he came on. And know that he had a really good chance where you got past, can't remember who it was, but you got a red card. Neto, I think it might be Neto, and he was on the run, and then the referee blew the whistle, so it had to stop. But I think Martinelli did good. I think the issue at the left hand side is that I do think that Martinelli and Trossard are better players off the bench than they are as a starter, but you do have to start some of them sometimes. So yeah, I think Martinelli was really good. He made a really big difference when he came on, and yeah, I was really impressed with Martinelli. Obviously, Havertz came on and Norgard came on, so I'd probably give them both a 5. I think they probably struggled a bit to involve themselves in the game. But having said that, I do think that they did do some good things. I think Havertz tried to make chances for himself, and I think Norgard came on. It was really good to rotate. I think it's good to rotate. You don't really want to give Declan Rice or Zubimendi. You don't really want to play them. It's like a full game. You want to be able to play them for a bit of it. So I think it was good that Arteta did that. I think you've got to rotate at this point in the season because these players are going to get worn out. These players are going to be burnt out. So I think that was a really good point in the game, and I thought that was really good today. So yeah, I'm happy with that aspect of the game. So that's pretty much my play ratings. If you guys have got any questions, to send them in. Now, I wanted to speak about Arteta. Let me know, those that are watching this, would you have done anything different if you were Arteta? Because I think I don't think I was doing anything different with the lineup. I think we all saw that lineup today, and I felt like, I probably would have done that. I'd have gone with the same lineup. So I don't think Arteta really, um, with the lineup, should have done anything too differently. I think it would have been nice for him to maybe make a few more changes, like with Saka, like not to play a full game for Saka. But I don't think Arteta did that much wrong today. But I would want to. I think it would be nice for players to come off a bit earlier, have a bit of rotation. But yeah, I think other than that, I think to be honest with you, I think he did okay today. I can't really think of many things that I would have personally done differently if I was him. Like I said, maybe just brought Havertz on sooner, maybe put Madueke on. I think the thing is, we obviously have got games coming up. On Wednesday we play Brighton, so you don't really want to burn out some of these players. To be honest with you, you want to make sure that they are getting, a rest as well. We need to rotate this squad and mix up a bit. So we have to be careful with that. So I was actually happy with how Arteta um approached the game today. And again with the lineup, I think we've obviously had a week off. We've had a bit of time to rest. So I honestly think that was really good for us to be able to have that rest and time to sort of have for ourselves. And yeah, I think our performances this season haven't been great today, great in general. But we're able to get results. We're able to get through these games in tough moments. So I will take that and be happy with that. But yeah, I know obviously we've only played once a week, and I know I've not been doing as much content this week, but we are back playing double game week next week. We play on Wednesday, and then we play Mansfield Town as well on Saturday. So obviously I'll be doing my previews for them two games coming up. Um, Big up to AFC Gunners as player of the match today. It's got to be Raya for me. I think David Raya was really amazing today. I think David Raya, I don't think we'd have won it without him. I think he made some absolutely incredible saves for us, and he really got us through that game today. So, yeah, I'm going to go with David Raya for me. I think he really stood up to me, up. Yeah, I've lost count the amount of big saves he made because he made so many big saves. Like I thought he was absolutely incredible to watch. And yeah, I mean, I've seen so many saves on the internet that he made, and yeah, I just think he really kept us in the game, and I think it wouldn't have been a good result for us if we got a draw today. So I think he really got us through that, and I mean, our defence is great, but we know how important David Raya is for this team. He's so, so crucial. I don't think there's any other player that I would really put as a close contender. To David Raya, because I think we had good moments where we defended well. I think Ape was good at times. Gabriel, was good at times, but I do really think that he really got us through that game today, and I was really happy with how he did that. So yeah, I've got to go with David Raya. I think Chelsea really made it difficult for us. I think especially like those last 10 minutes of the game, they really wanted to get something out of the game. I honestly thought it was going to be that way where they would actually draw this one or get something out of the game, but we managed to get through it, and we managed to make some really crucial saves, and we defended for our lives. So yeah, I think David Raya has to be the only player for me that ever got close to that. I know Timber got a goal and was good today, but I just think David Raya really was excellent today. And yeah, he really was amazing. So yeah, let me know who your player of the match is. Yeah, fingers crossed we can keep winning. But obviously we've got Brighton on Wednesday, and then we've got Mansfield Town, which might be a bit of an easier game for us to go into. So obviously we'll have to see how we go. Make sure you guys drop in your questions, as I'm going to end this in about 5 minutes time. Big up to Arsenal fan who says, do you think Arsenal will win the league? I mean, it's so difficult right now. We will play Man City, which should be very tough for us. Like, I'm not looking forward to playing against Man City. I think we need to hope they can drop points so we can have a bit of a breather. But I think so far we are getting results, which is honestly what you want to do. We need to be getting these results. So I think it's looking good, but it's still hard to say at the moment. But I think there's been signs for me to suggest that this could be our year, and I'm feeling quite optimistic that it will be our year. I know in the Champions League we got that draw the other day, and honestly, we got quite a good draw to be honest. So I am feeling like optimistic that we're going to have a successful year. Even if we don't win the league, it would be great to win the Champions League. But for me personally, the league's always the one that I want to win. I've not ever seen Arsenal do it, so yeah, I think we've gotten so close every season to winning the league, so it would be great if we could finally do it this time. But yeah, we've obviously got. I'm actually gonna have a look. I know we've got Brighton coming up. We obviously have Man City. We play Man City twice, so obviously we do play Man City. In the final, in the cup final, but we also do play them in the league. I know we've not actually got that many games left. I just want to have a look at the Premier games that we've got left. So yeah, we play Brighton this Wednesday. So the Premier games have got Brighton, Everton, Bournemouth, Man City, Newcastle, Fulham, West Ham, Burnley, Crystal Palace. So we've got a few favourable ones in there, but any game is so unpredictable. We have to really win the rest of our Premier League games, but it is going to be tough. But we obviously have to hope that Man City are also going to drop points, and I don't know how we're going to do when we play Man City. If I'm being honest, like I don't know. I hope we will win when we play Man City, but anything can happen. But yeah, we got the win, which is honestly the most important thing. Big up to Kieran who says squeaky bum time by a win is a win. Our keeper was top notch, probably man of the match. So let's hope Rice is okay. Yeah, big up to Kieran. I completely agree with your comment there. I think it was a really big win for us. Like I think at this time of the season, it doesn't matter particularly how you win. If you play not the best, but you're able to get the win, that is really important. But yeah, we weren't really our best today, and hopefully Rice is all good. Yeah, Rice has honestly played so much football for us this season that you can really tell that he probably is quite tired, but he's pushing through, and hopefully we'll end up winning the league. I think we're getting so close now. And they were playing in the Champions League as well. We've got Champions League games coming up, but we just need to find a way to get through this time. And yeah, we need to just win the league because we're getting so close now. Two more corner goals, love it. Big game on Wednesday, but can rest our players versus Mansfield on Sunday. That's the thing. We do have a big game on Wednesday against Brighton, but again, we could, like I said, we probably will play a weaker squad against Mansfield Town on the weekend. So I think we can definitely rotate quite a bit. I think we can definitely do that. So yeah, Brighton won't be easy, but I think we don't exactly have a long time to rest. I do wonder if Arteta would make any changes for this game coming up on Wednesday. Would you put an Orgod in there? Madueke, would you start Martinelli? These are some changes that you would have to think about. But obviously the Mansfield Town one, you're going to probably put quite a weaker squad in that one and rest as much as you can. But I think for the Brighton one, I would be tempted to maybe play Norgard in midfield. I'm not too sure the latest on Odegaard's fitness, but I would obviously make a few changes to, I would like to see a few players have a rest, but you can really give these players a big rest, obviously, on the game. Against Mansfield Town, you can really rest them in that game. So have to see how we got on. Obviously, big up to the chat as well. I hope you all have enjoyed the game today. I know it wasn't an easy win, but I think getting the win sometimes when you play ugly is always so important. So obviously I'm really relieved, and I've had a blast chatting with you guys today. And obviously thank you to all of you guys that have watched my show. Really appreciate it. Even if you're new here, if you're regular, it's always lovely to see you guys in the chat as always. So yeah, obviously I'll be back doing a lot more content in this upcoming week. I know I've been a bit more quieter just because it's not really been as much Arsenal, I know the women's team are on the international break, so I will be doing some content on line assets. So yeah, I'll be doing more content next week. But obviously we play Brighton on Wednesday, which is going to be a very interesting one. It would be nice to put in a bit more of a better performance for that one, and maybe we'll rotate. I don't know how much we're going to rotate. Don't really know what Arteta's probably going to do in that one, but hopefully we can get the job done. No, but a big thank you to anyone that has watched my show tonight. I've really had a great time. Always go so quick chatting with you, and obviously happy I was able to chat with you after a win, and that win feels incredibly massive now. And we have to hope Man City can drop points along the way and help us out, really. But yeah, when we play Man City, that's going to be so tough. But thank you for all your support for watching my show today. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Please make sure you do like this video, and of course do subscribe here if you haven't already and you do enjoy my content, and I will see you guys in my next video.